Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Irfan Hussain and I'm here with a new video of our course of linguistics. And our today's topic is sociolinguistics. As we have been studying the branches of linguistics, and few days back we studied and tried to understand psycholinguistics. Our next great branch is sociolinguistics. As the name tells, sociolinguistics is the study of the relationship between language use and the structure of society. You can understand that this is a study of language in the context of society. It is a study of language in relationship with society, and as society has many different shades, so these shades are reflected in the language as well. We will see all these things in detail. We know that language varies because of many reasons. For example, people from different social backgrounds use different kind of language. These social backgrounds may be different because of their culture, because of their social class, because of their profession, and many other things, many other elements. So with a different social background, the language will become different. Ethnicity is another very important aspect that affects and that brings variation in the language. This earth is full of variety of races. There are Asians, Europeans, Americans, Africans, Arabic, Japanese, and so many. They are different in many ways, not only in their complexion of skin, but also in their language, in their culture, and in their social customs and rituals. So all these things, all these elements directly influence the language, and it causes the language to be different from one ethnic group to other ethnic group. Age is also important. If we see a little child, his language is very much different from the other extreme, that is an old age, and throughout the life cycle of a human being, language keeps on changing from childhood to adolescent, adult, a mature person, then to old age. In every stage the language gets different, and when we see people together with different from different age groups, definitely we observe different kind of languages from all the groups. So the age is also one of the reasons of a variation of language. Gender is also important because both the genders, male and female, they have different interests, different way of life, and we will know it already that gender is a social term. Sex is a biological division of male and female, while gender is a social term that tells about the social role of people. So how they perform, this is a male or female gender. If they do kind of the actions that are associated with female, then we can say that they are performing female gender, and if they perform action that are associated with male gender, we say that male gender is being performed. So because the social roles are different, social interests are different, your topics are different of conversation, so is the language, that is quite different from male to female gender. Another very important aspect that brings variety in language is the profession. If you are a student, you will have a different language from your teacher. We can see on screen that there is a doctor, player, as a teacher, and an artist. All of these people have different types of language. We often listen these kind of references from in our political speeches, in religious speeches, where we can easily find out the background, the actual profession of the speaking person, because every profession has its own vocabulary, its own language. That is a big reason of the variation of language. You can judge a person, you can judge the profession of a person if you talk only a few minutes to that person. You can easily judge what profession he is having. Another important reason of the variation of language, even within a single person. We have been discussing the variation of language from groups to group, from people to people, from person to person, but even a single person uses a variety of language. This may be because of his relationship to different people. If a father talks to his son, he will be different. If a mother talks to her daughter, that will be different. And if we talk to our old parents, that our language will be different. Everywhere we use different kind of words, we can use different kind of vocabulary, we use different kind of tone, we use different kind of style of speaking. So it brings variety in language. Context is also very important where you are talking. If you are talking in some religious place, it may be some mosque, maybe some church, maybe some temple, your language will be according to the sacred environment of that particular place, and you have to be very much careful, and you have to take your best care to keep that the esteem and the respect of the place in your mind. And if you are doing some kind of shopping in market, your attitude, your way of talking, your tone, your accent, everything will be different. And if you are in the classroom, that will have another shade of language. So the context where you are speaking, where you are talking, it always affects the language and brings variety. And manners of talking is also very important. If you are talking to a friend who is sitting with you on the couch, that will be different. And if you are talking to a friend on telephone, now the manner has changed. You are whispering to your friend, that will be another way of talking, that will be another way of language. And if you are writing, that will be a superior way of using language, because now you are writing in the black and white. So language varies with the variation of manner. Same person may use a variety of language with variation of the manners. And even if you don't go out, you are inside your home. Inside your home, you use a variety of language. You talk to your son, you talk to your daughter, you talk to your mother, you talk to your wife. Everywhere your language will be different. Everywhere your tone, your accent, your style will be different, and all these things are responsible of the variation of the language. Language variation has not been very much important, before this great man, that is William Lebo, who was born on December 4, 1927, and he is considered to be the founder of the discipline of variationist linguistics, variationist sociolinguistics, because he was a man who first considered the variation of the language as a matter of investigation, a matter of importance. And in his leadership, with his guidance in 1960s, the work was started that worked on investigating work on investigation of variety of language, the different styles of the language. So it was actually the beginning of sociolinguistics, and that was a discipline that having variation as the core of their research. The word variety itself is to be understood. The term variety is employed by linguists as a neutral term to cover any coherent language system typical of a set of people, even if the set contains only one member. It means that variety is that when we observe different set of people, different groups of people, and we see that they are using language in the different way. For example, if you are a Punjabi speaker and you see the people from Faisalabad, they will be speaking very much different that from the people of Lahore and Gujranwala. So that is variety of language, and this variety is a cover term for idiolect, register, dialect, accent, language, etc. And what is that idiolect, what is register, what is dialect, what is accent? These are all the topics that we will cover in our next video, inshallah. So till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much. God bless you.